Tonight on 8.5-bit, Prey, the demo, Tumbleseed, and GNOG, or NOG as it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but I like it GNOG.
GNOG.
GNOG. Welcome, friends of all designs, to episode 213 of 8.5-bit, which I'm sure is going to be the most robot head-filled episode of them all. I'm your host, Paul, and joining me today are my good friends, James.
Hello.
And Jeremy.
Hello.
And friends, I don't really have any questions for you.
Oh.
Yeah, I can ask about any of these things I put up here that are non-gaming related topics.
Yeah.
There's even a question mark next to one of them.
Yeah, one of them is just Star Wars.
Upwards inflection?
Yeah, I'd say I agree with that.
Yeah, because
I agree. Star Wars.
How annoying was it on May the 4th where people just wouldn't stop making Star Wars references to you?
I wouldn't say it was that annoying.
You don't work in a school then.
Yeah.
No, my Facebook feed has...
Sir, May the 4th, do you get it? Because it's not just that they say it. They then ask if you got it.
if you got it.
Which is important, I feel.
Well, I do have a question for you.
Did I
Did you get it?
I wish your hat had come off, man, and removed the top of your skull at the same time, revealing why you wear said hat.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the yellow ribbon around the neck.
Yeah, if I take this off, I die.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like to think that it's all just wires and circuits under there. It's a very well insulated hat.
Why? Why did they program me to feel pain? Okay, so how have you guys been?
Yeah, pretty good.
It's been 2 weeks since we've done a show.
It has.
Yep. For no particular reasons.
No.
Just life.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way.
Yeah. Still been playing some video games.
Yeah, I have been playing lots of games, but not very much of them.
Yeah.
There are some reasons, and sometimes just I was tired.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of prison shows on Netflix.
What kind of prison
There's
shows?
a show called Lock Up,
Mm-hmm.
which it's all about prisons.
Is it in like a Cambodian?
No, it's just
Lock
American
Up
prisons.
Made in the 60s?
No, it's just about modern
Oh, yeah.
prisons. It's kind of fascinating. Like if you are interested in prison culture, it is interesting.
Not right now.
No.
Did you do
Is
something?
this documentary or fiction?
Documentary.
Yeah.
Which is, it's always,
I read...
it's kind of sad, but I find them...
But does it come up
Fascinating.
because you watch Lock Up? Netflix suggests Orange is the New Black.
No, I prefer the real stuff. Like I don't...
What do you mean the real stuff?
Like
It's just sexy lesbians in prison. That's all that happens.
I've been watching... Like there is a...
Remember the 70s show?
I don't remember the 70s show.
Now let's have sex with her. There we go.
Okay.
That's Orange is
That's
the New Black.
Orange is the
Actually,
New
I like
Black.
Orange is the New
Yeah,
Black.
I don't mind it. I think it kind of wore on me a little bit after like the second or third season.
Yeah, but it starts as a drama and turns into a comedy.
Yeah.
So you gotta roll with the punches.
But I want my drama. That's why I'm there.
Didn't it
no,
start
it's
as a
not a
comedy?
drama. It was always a funny show.
But it was.
became more like... I mean, there's still drama through lines of the whole thing, but I think it became more of a straight up like...
No, it's good.
Here's a funny episode.
Well, because it was based on a real person.
Yeah,
loosely.
And like someone of that name existed.
Yeah.
Although actually, no, I'm not sure if that's true.
And I ended up actually looking up. No, actually, no. Someone of that name does exist.
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't remember if it was a slight alteration
Yeah.
of the
So
name.
it was, and so that was. I think it lost me when because it always was very loose. But then as it went on, it kind of went way away from being anything close to.
Yeah, but her real sentence was like she turned up for 3 months and went home. She was white. You can't keep them in prison. This is America we're talking about.
Oh, you can if it's drug related.
It's true. It's true.
Really? Was that in Lock Up?
Most of it's drug related.
I read, as in
Yeah.
I'm doing. You can't see that on the podcast,
No,
but
you can't. They can't.
yeah, I'm doing comments that because
Yeah.
it was an audiobook because that's sometimes
yeah.
my favorite method of
I
absorbing.
find it kind of awkward because I like audiobooks a lot.
Yes.
And I used to just sort of say I listen to, but now I just say read. I just sort of
Yeah,
just
like
go, I read this.
If someone says, "Did I read The Dark Tower?" I say yes when I actually listen to the excellent audiobooks.
Yeah.
I know all the text.
It's just easier.
But yeah.
explaining
A
it.
book called Marching Powder about the biggest prison in Bolivia,
Mm.
which was very interesting and very biased from the point of the author. But I mean, hey, at least it's obvious about that. So you take that with it. It's real interesting because it's like a micro society.
Well, that's what I enjoy. Like there are these little microcosms of society, and there are little rules and things. And
What's your favorite prison, Jeremy? Is it one of the 6 prisons from Prison Break?
yeah,
I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. I feel like that's a question that deserves a better
Well,
answer
I
than I
think-
can give right now.
I think they're back at actual prison escaping right now. Like now with the reboot. I think
but it's not a reboot. It's just continuation.
Oh,
isn't it?
sorry,
I heard they were
Sorry,
gonna
no,
reboot.
my favorite prison is The Rock. Come on, it's The
Oh,
Rock.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
It's The
good.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Fortress.
I don't know if current listeners are aware, because we probably spoke about it years ago
Yeah.
on this show. But my punching bag used to have Prison Break Season 2 written on it.
Rightfully so. And
yeah.
my furrowed brow.
Your furrowed brow. What else was there?
I think
few
it might have been
things.
Sony at some point.
No. I was well
Was
over
it- was
my
it your-
Sony
after your
dislike button.
Sony-
I grew up. And
But I think there was
console wars were behind me.
I
at
think
that
there was
point.
some other kind of juvenile thing that you had written on there for another company though.
Maybe.
It's a thing that you do.
Yeah, it might have been like a specific thing, like
Yeah.
Nintendo's region restriction policy or something. Which would still be on my bag. Although now with the Switch, they're gone.
Yeah.
And actually, no, none of the games I'm talking about tonight I had to get from another country. But it's every week I just check American, Japanese, and Australian stores just in case something
Something's
different
there,
came out.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially the Japanese one. I'm like, what wacky things might you been getting, you crazy
You
country?
Crazy country.
Okay, shall we talk about some video games?
Let's talk about some video games.
Okay, let's talk about probably the biggest release, Prey. Okay, so
Of which we have some authority to talk
Wait,
about.
wait,
No, we
wait,
don't.
sorry, I got this one. Pray, do tell.
Oh, I get it. Just wait.
We have a tiny bit of
So
authority.
is that because it's Star Wars today?
Yeah, do you get it?
I got it. So James and I played the demo.
Yes.
Which I'm going to put out here. I hated.
Mm.
But man, everything I hear about the full game makes me
Yeah.
really want to play that full game.
Well,
but I have my reasons for not buying it at the moment.
Well, because I played it on PS4.
It was only on PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah, and I'd say the only reason I wasn't really liking it that much was because I don't want to play a shooter like that
Mhm.
on console.
I was thinking about it today because I think the controls are horrendous on the console. I mean, like if you play all your first-person things on the console, you can make do. But with the fact that your main enemies are these like basically alien head crabs that can
Yeah.
jump around, a bit more agile than that. Small things that jump around a lot, and you're controlling with a controller, and it's not great shooting controls.
Yeah.
It's just really stiff, and
Yeah.
I just get frustrated trying to hit one. And also the fact that you're using the same interface to control computers, and it's a game that has a lot of like picking up just random objects and using them in the environment to throw and stuff. You know what it needed, and on the PS4 they could have fucking done it. I think you can.
Bit of the old tilt.
A bit of the old tilt.
Yeah.
A bit of the old Splatoon control in here. I do not know why they do not do it on consoles. It works. You can turn it off if you don't like it. But if you want fine control, even I was thinking today, even if I wanted to, like, using the screens and they're not even the tilt, let me also adjust micro with the touch on the PS4.
I just want them to
There's so many options of things they can do.
just totally ate Destiny. I loaded up at Destiny just last night. I thought I'm going to jump back in, see if anything's there. Nothing's there. But I jumped back in, and immediately I was headshotting, going around, like no problems aiming. Like they've nailed the first-person shooting in Destiny. Can everyone else just please steal it?
But they can't. Because Destiny has auto-aim. It's part of the stats in there. And a game like this has lots of aiming at whatever you want, not just enemies.
That's true.
So the glue gun is a major part of this game, where you need to just like, I'm going to build a bridge out of glue.
Yeah, I did try to make a bridge out of glue,
Yeah.
and it was really frustrating because I didn't like the aiming.
Yes.
And then it's like, nah, it's not fun.
Now, for us, all these problems will be solved with the computer.
Yes.
With the PC. With
Yeah.
the mouse, we will be fine with that aspect of it.
And it was a lot like when I played Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, where like I played that on PS4 and I hated it. I hated it so much. And when eventually I'll get that on PC, and I'm sure I'll quite enjoy it. And that's sort of where Prey's sitting for me at the moment. Like I'll go pick it up on PC eventually. I probably really like it.
Yeah. I'm starting to think I like it anymore. So shall I talk about why I hated the beginning of the game?
Okay.
Now, I am going to talk, not super explicitly, but generally explicitly about the beginning of the game, because this is one other thing I really disliked about Prey in its run-up to being released. They didn't really do trailers. They sort of did.
The trailer's a while.
They did a trailer ages ago, and then they were like, here's the first 3 hours of the game. Why has the streaming culture meant that this is how we have it? It's like, no, let's not just give you a taste of things. Let's literally sit down and watch it. This was what they were doing to advertise the game for ages. Here, watch the first few hours of the game. Like, that's kind of killing the mystery of this. So talking about killing the mystery, the game starts with basically a fake out. it's trying to present a universe to you that's then going to pull the rug out from it. And I don't mind saying this because it pulls the rug out from underneath you about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised at how quickly they played their hand for a lot of the stuff in that game.
Exactly. And then like there's sort of a further mystery of how this came, and they answer that straight away. And
even like at least starting the motivations of the main character and where that character with amnesia kind of sits. Like that is answered really quickly as well.
Yeah, and it's
which in some ways I like. Like okay, you know,
it doesn't waste its time getting to it, but at the same point, it's like why even bother with this elaborate setup in gameplay when because really, if you're going to pull the rug out from underneath someone in a story, don't you need time to establish that reality before you break it up? It's like like, oh, okay. This thing always felt a bit odd, and it exposed to me why it was odd immediately. So, oh well. But before we get to that, it did one amazing thing.
Yes.
The opening credit sequence. You're doing in a helicopter flying above. I think it's San Francisco, or it was a similar city.
I think it's San Fran.
And they've just straight up modeled all the titles in the environment.
Yeah.
So along the bridge it says like Arcane Studios and everything.
Yeah,
It's like
that was nice.
it looks fucking nice. I was like, this is good design.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
got a
this
good
a lot.
I'm lost here though. So when you say they set up a world, then take it.
Okay, very explicitly turn off the next 30 seconds if you don't want exactly what it is. So they set up that you are in San Francisco, you live in this apartment, and you wake up every day and go do these tests.
Yeah, sure.
5 minutes in the game, you start up the next day, it says, oh, everything's broken, smash the window, and you smash the window and it's all a hologram and you're in a space station.
Ah.
And it's literally like the first 10 minutes?
I'd say less than 10 minutes.
Right, it's super fast. Like it's
But they posit all these things like asking you, like establishing these relationships that apparently existed, but they don't have time to establish them. They're just quick throwaway lines. Like they ask about your eye. Now, did they ever show the eye in the game?
the red eye.
Yes.
Not that I saw.
I only know from the trailer.
I'm the same. Like and I've played enough of the game, of the demo, to understand why this. Like, here's one of him holding his eye down.
Yes,
it's red.
yes.
And I understand why it's red because I played the demo.
But I've never seen it red in the game.
They didn't show me in the game.
And partly, I mean, like, this is just a base technology thing, but if you're going to make something like that and have the eye being a plot point early in the game, maybe have functional mirrors in the game. Because it does not have functional mirrors. It just has the chrome glossy effect on there. Like,
but wasn't the mirror like super important in
it
the
was
reveal
super
trailer?
important in the trailer. In fact, the first thing I did in the game,
you look in the mirror?
I went to the bathroom to try and look in the mirror.
I remember in the trailer now because he does the mirror thing. He's just like, oh shit, I got some red in my eye, or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for it.
It's got enough, and there's no point of it in the game, really. Like, they refer to it, but it's like, wow, I hope you've watched the trailer, or you've missed out on something. Maybe
Just
maybe
to jog
before-
your memory is like the NPC that asks about the eye wearing like an E3 2016.
Excuse me, what's the deal with the eye? So yeah, I thought the storytelling generally was super rushed and just a bit hackneyed.
Well,
really.
it made me think: are they just getting that out of the way? And is there going to be more stuff?
We'll see. Kind of from what I have read from other people, because I have not bought the full game yet. It quickly went off my list once I played it. Is that basically where you're up to at the end of the demo is the start of the real game, and then the entire world is open to you. And like currently, the speedrun of this game is less than 20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it is if you can work out a way of doing it, you're allowed.
I'm pretty sure that glue gun will break the game in many ways.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but they let it.
Also,
It's encouraged.
fix it because it's a glue gun.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
Handily put it all back together again.
That 20-minute speed run apparently has some glitching through walls, so it's not like totally.
Yeah, but
just
all
skipping
speed
stuff.
runs too.
But it's also like it's like day after a release.
Yeah.
But there's also like sequence breaking and doing it deals with that stuff very uniquely. Like it just sort of allows it and rolls with it, which is good. Which is kind of what I want, especially in this post-Zelda world we live in. So I was just kind of like, I like the idea of the mimics, but the controls made me just kind of annoyed at them a lot.
I thought they did a really good job with the mimics at making them kind of flicker into objects just out of sight.
Yeah,
like they hit.
That's my favorite bit when you discover a mimic or you see a mimic run, and it runs over somewhere, and you can see that it's suddenly transformed in an area. But you don't know what it's transformed into. And in the world, they generally put multiples of an item around themselves. So it's very rarely like, there's 2 mops over there. It must be one of them. It's like, no, there's always 2 mops.
And it'll do a little shake before it does a reveal, but it's pretty subtle.
Yeah.
And you have to really watch for it. Like I didn't think you could take Prop Hunt and turn it into like a like for realsy good mechanic in a horror game, but they actually did a really good job at it.
I would like them more if they, because quite often, most of the time when you reveal them, they then just attack you.
Yeah.
I would just like sudden attacks and then escapes.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. But I mean, generally, I think they're actually really good enemies. I just didn't like fighting them on a console.
Yeah. Because I enjoyed the glue gun to take down enemies. I really liked.
Okay.
Because and that's the first thing they give you, the glue gun. You don't get a shotgun.
No, you start with a fucking wrench.
Oh, sorry, you get the wrench and then the glue gun. But the glue gun on its own is not particularly useful for taking down enemies. So you have to kind of go in 2 stages. Like you have to freeze them with the gun, and then you can go whack them and take them down.
I didn't check, but I couldn't find it by just hitting it. Is there just a quick melee button?
I can't remember.
Considering there's basically freezing enemies and then having to smash them.
Yeah.
It really needs to be a quick melee button in this game. They'll mod it into the PC at least, so that'll be fun. And actually, and the other thing, buggy, the music cues, and apparently this does persist in the full game. They said that it was fixed, but they just said everything was going to be fixed in that 1 week between the demo and the release. And Mick Gordon did the soundtrack, which is cool. But like, you'll just walk into a room sometimes, and then suddenly, it's like, I guess there's an enemy in here, and then you kill all the enemies, and the music's still going. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then, because specifically at the beginning of the game, this was happening to me. Then I just walked through a doorway, hard cut.
Oh, hard cut.
Music's just going on. I'm like, what is wrong with the music? I don't know what I'm supposed to feel now. Either don't give me music or make it intelligent.
The music was the real mimic.
Yes. Actually, that would be a fantastic concept. So
isn't it a shame that this game is better than the demo? Otherwise, you could have been like, it seems like it's mimicking a good game.
But you see, I can't actually say it's better than the demo because I haven't played the full version. This is just things I've heard, and I don't know. But it's still like, even though I dislike the demo, what I hear still makes me interested in the full product.
Well, it sounds to me like this is the closest I'm going to get to System Shock 3. Like,
well, except for System Shock 3.
Except for System Shock for the immediate now.
Yeah, except for System Shock Remake and System Shock 3.
Yes, okay. As far as new games that are here right now, that were released in the last month, it is the closest I'm going to get to System
games
Shock
that were
3.
released in the last month. This is the number one System Shock 3 like.
It just edges out Persona 5. Just such a small amount, but it gets there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like.
You're trying to find one, aren't you?
Like, come on. But no, I mean, yes, it's so inspired by like,
it is completely detached from the 2006 game. Right?
It has nothing to do with it. Yeah, nothing at all.
Just wanted to make sure.
Not even an Easter egg. This is a game that they were creating. And they were creating it as a System Shock like that's what they're going for. And then ZeniMax, who we'll talk about later in the program, said, "Hey, we've got this license that we could fuck. It's called your game now." And so now it's called Prey. They never wanted to call it Prey. It's got nothing to do with Prey. ZeniMax just slapped the name on it.
So basically, it just has the same name as a game that existed 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to dilute that trademark or anything.
Yeah.
Get ready for some bitterness. Speaking
of, that's going on the punching bag.
Yeah. Just ZeniMax. Yeah. For so many reasons over the last 5 years or so. But what else did I want to say about it? It apparently performs quite well on the PC as well.
Okay, well that's good.
People were worried because Dishonored 2 had some mixed results with that.
Well, that's one of the things that's been keeping me from getting it is because I have a older laptop, and I want to play this on PC. So
I hear it runs fine on a 1070. So
then I'm fine.
Sorted. Yeah. I love that when now some people regard that as low end. Like, what is wrong with you?
It's on a 1080 Ti, so it's
low end. It's low end. Yeah, obviously.
Americans.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. I don't know. To a certain degree, at least from where I was playing it, it was feeling so referential to other things that I feel it almost didn't have its own identity, which again I'll find out from playing more. But that's what I was saying. So there's lots and lots of System Shock references. To the point, even at one point, the video you're watching shuts down because the Looking Glass server had a problem. Like the code you use to get into your room is System Shock code and 451. And like there's lots of shit in there that is just straight up named after shit from System Shock and Looking Glass properties and stuff like that. Because like Arcane are not hiding what their influences are; they're wearing them on their sleeve, which is good. But also, it's like, at a certain point, I also think,
Well, I think because I mean,
it's a certain identity problem.
Well, yeah, I think with Dishonored they channeled Thief quite well.
Yes,
but it did have its own identity
very strongly. Yeah,
yeah, and I think this is one of the things which is made me a little bit standoffish from it because I don't feel like it's its own thing so much. I play it, I'm like, okay, this is.
I think it very much looks like it's developing into, and like certainly the enemies are a different kind of thing, and as the ability goes, and I got to say the tech tree, half of that tech tree just looks so fucking boring. Oh, a boost for when you replicate items. It's like, these are all. I want when I'm choosing a tech tree, I want it to be really shaping the kind of character I'm going to be doing, and when half of them seem to just be like a boost in this general direction. I'm like, I mean, I guess technically it means I'm going
rocket shoes.
Yeah,
like a hand that turns into a tiger.
Exactly. So there's like thing because it's like you can straight up the things that you create that you use to upgrade, you can end up replicating. So you can just make as many as you want as long as you get poor resources for them. And that's like in the game, you just collect junk and then you put that junk in a recycler, get raw materials, and then you can replicate like ammo and guns and stuff.
Which is exactly what I did in System Shock 2.
Yeah. But it also such busy work.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, like I get and appreciate the idea, but also at the same time, do I really want to be picking up every pencil in this fucking game? You can make a grenade that picks up all the shit for you, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how grenades do.
I'm no grenadeologist.
Yeah. If I throw this grenade into the stationery cupboard, I'm going to get just raw material.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because you have to insert a pin for it to explode.
Yeah, it is difficult, isn't it? Yeah. So any other thoughts on Prey as it currently stands with our incredibly limited experience?
No. I mean, I did think it was interesting that they got so much plot out of the way so early in that demo.
They just blasted.
It's like we got these tropes we need to get rid of. So let's do the tropes. But by doing that, they did kind of leave me going, oh, well, where does it go from here? Like, by successfully going through the tropes, I'm like, okay, well, I'm out of tropes now. Now maybe you'll surprise me.
Maybe. Probably not.
Oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah. Okay, shall we we'll stay in some Prey-related things. So, this is slightly Prey-related. So, Steam, they've been talking about their ticketing system.
Yes.
With support. And they get a lot of support tickets a day. I think they were saying about 75,000 a day. Maybe it was more than that.
That's so many tickets.
So, but 50,000 of those are refunds.
They sound like they're easy to process.
Well, yes, to a degree. It shows that the refund policy really gets people using it.
Yeah.
For better or worse. I mean, like I know you have used it for demo things previously, and I bring this up in relation to Prey because when people complained about the lack of PC demo, the developer said, "So use the Steam refund system if you want." And
maybe I'll do that.
But can you then buy a game that you've refunded?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume they won't. You might not get that refund that second time.
Yes, you certainly wouldn't get it a second time.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, if you...
I don't think you're locked out of never buying it again.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm questioning.
Yeah. But I mean, that is problematic because you can... if people started doing that, you can be blocked from getting refunds from abusing the system. So if people were actually encouraging you to do it as a demo system, that isn't what the system is built for, and so that is inherently problematic.
Yeah.
So should we do the last bit of
I just wonder what
Steam.
That's like, why don't we just get more time demos on Steam?
You know what the one thing that people totally forgot about the 360? With Live, every Live game was a trial, and once you hit the end of the trial, you pushed a buy button.
So good. And
you had the full game.
So good.
It was the best digital distribution system ever, and I realize it was a lot more work. But fuck, it made it good.
Yeah.
It's like, download anything,
and it's
play a little bit of it.
Like, if you're doing it from the start and just plan for it, it's not that bad.
It would be more dangerous than the PC because it would potentially make piracy very easy. Yeah. But piracy is already pretty easy. Yeah. So if you just, I mean, you got to corner off a part of the game and then just say, okay, at this point, that's the end of it. Keep going.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, the Prey demo has a lot more in it than where the demo ends because since the game is very open and lets you do a lot of things, some people have poured like 6+ hours into playing that and exploring.
I remember you were playing it.
Yeah, and I was saying, I can't get into this bit.
Yeah, because I hit the point where like the splash popped up and said like, do you want to pre-order the game? I'm like, okay, this is the end of the demo. Quit.
And I just kept playing. And because some areas are gated, I was starting to go like, how am I fucking supposed to do anything in this game? I realized that frustration was misaimed at that point. But I was doing lots of other stuff.
Games are going too far.
This pay to own? What is
Yeah,
this?
pay to own. This is terrible. So the very last bit of news regarding Prey, which is more towards its publisher.
Let's see Paul get
So
angry.
so this is a reason to not purchase Prey or any other title licensed by ZeniMax, because as we all may, and we can say this because we are Australian, as we all know, ZeniMax are cunts. And they
refresh my memory as to why.
For many reasons, they like to sue people, partly because they're owned by lawyers. And they, in this case, there was a Kickstarter for let's call it a Shadow of the Colossus like, Pray to the Gods. Yeah, Pray to the Gods.
Pray of the Gods?
No, I think it was 2.
It might be Pray.
Because
you are Pray to the Gods.
Yeah,
that was a
was
clever
Eli.
little...
Kickstarter's been around for quite a while, hasn't it?
Yes. So it was done like a year or so ago. They have been sued to change their name because they have the word Prey in their name, and that could create trademark confusion. This is, of course, has resulted in, of course, a lot of experts in law getting out onto sites and talking about how ZeniMax have to aggressively protect their trademarks or they risk losing them. This is basically it's where a trademark becomes so generic it's now they can't protect it because it's being used by so many things. This has happened 18 times in history because it's really rare and certainly has nothing to do with this kind of situation.
The best thing about this, though, is the name itself is just a meaningless nothing they put on it.
Yes. They themselves have deleted the meaning of the trademark, but they still own it, so they're still protected.
It's like if, what was it, Ben Blur got really angry every time someone released a song number blank.
Or if, I don't know, if Unity got really angry when someone made Assassin's Creed Unity, or if EA got really angry when someone, because they have the Syndicate trademark, if someone made like Assassin's Creed Syndicate or something. I mean, like...
I like how you got Assassin's Creed in there twice.
No, that was good. So that was someone else's examples today. They were using, they had like, hey, look, where did someone else, and like, they don't sue each other because there's no brand. And the thing is, the Syndicate one's actually good because the Syndicate one did create confusion of the brand.
Now I'm actually imagining Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And that sounds like...
as in like an actual crossover of the licenses. That would be amazing. But yes, normally people don't need to go to this level. So Pray to the Gods have just changed their name to Prey spelt with that weird AE symbol like they have in Aeon Flux, which no one can type.
They ended up with an interrobang. I don't know.
It's They're just like, yes, now there's... And the thing is, I'm sure every search engine will still just default it to Pray to the Gods because no one can type that fucking symbol. So such a useless, stupid thing, which of course they can't defend because they're a tiny little indie company that had to kickstart.
That Kickstart money. They did another Kickstarter for the legal fees.
And
I think you used GoFundMe for that one.
ZeniMax are lawyers who started a video game conglomerate to pay for their lawyer fund. So
Man, I've been watching Suits lately. Speaking of lawyers,
I was really shocked when that made it past the first season. And it seems to like keep going. Like, it's up to like 11 seasons or something.
I would say, guys, collectively, we are wasting a lot of white male privilege.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have.
We're squandering it, are we?
Really underspent on privilege. Like, just judging by where these guys got in life. Lawyers suck.
That's not true. I know several lawyers that are fine. Lawyering is sometimes very useful and important. It's people,
just not one of these times.
Yeah, the aggressive law for the sake of it to basically as money making. Well, this one's even weird because they're not going to make money off it. They're just fucking with someone.
I was almost scammed this week.
Oh yes,
yeah. So I got a email from a Chinese domain hosting company telling me that my URL, my blockypixel.com, was currently being the .cns and the .hks and all those other variants were about to be registered, and they're like, oh, whoa, we're about to process this, but
we thought we'd check with you first.
Yeah, and they're kind of very multi-staged about it. They're like, oh, we've let you know this is happening. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know. I don't authorize it because that's what they're asking. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we recommend that you get these other ones. Like, oh, okay, how much is that? They come back, it's like $300 Australian to go register all these things.
Oh, that sounds like a bargain.
Google, oh yeah, it's a common scam.
Yeah. I got a scam call today from an Irish gentleman who's telling me about a car accident I had. He had actually tried to call a week or two ago, and I just Googled the number and said, hey, this is the Irish gentleman that's going to try and tell you about a car accident. And so I feel like I really messed up though because he called and I just answer phones. I don't check the number, and it's like, oh yeah, oh yes, I'm here from First Contact Insurance. I'm like, oh, I've heard about this scam. Yeah, feel free to go fuck yourself. Like, what did I do?
I really, because
I could have dragged him on for so long.
I've had a couple of people contact me recently actually about asking if it was in a car accident.
Yeah,
and I just said, that wasn't an accident. And they, if that was a scam, they bail real early.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh okay, sorry, wrong. Like, okay, hang up.
Yeah,
so
it's a scam. It's
so okay, so the scam is to find the person who has had an accident recently,
which is lots of people.
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering if there was some name mix-up somewhere.
No. It's like you could call someone and say about your recent medical incident or something. Yeah. Like you're gonna get, it's like fortune tellers that are just like, it's like, I feel someone in your family has been very sick. It's like, yeah, no shit, everyone in the world.
How did you know?
Yeah. You're worried about money.
You feel uncertain about the future.
I'm thinking the letter F. Is there any Fs?
And then you look at them blankly and go,
I have a father. Actually.
Yes. I wish I had
I'd be the
a
best
father.
cold reader.
I was just born in
but
a tube.
I'm glad I know it's a scam now because I've had 2 in like the last month.
Yeah,
so
I don't answer unknown numbers.
I see. I don't get that because sometimes I had my offsider at work one day. His phone was kept ringing, and he's like, "I just don't answer it if it's not phone." It's like, well, they're trying to get you.
I have a 2-ring policy.
And it was it was someone at his door trying to deliver a package he was waiting for.
No, I don't pick up the random number. I do the reverse AU, check it. Most of the time it's a scam. Occasionally, if that doesn't do anything, I Google it because if you Google the phone number, most of the time it'll be like, oh, it's the dentist trying to call you.
There are some apps that will basically interject and reference any numbers that could be scammed, and I haven't played with any. I heard they're quite good.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the worst case scenario? Like, I get jobs and stuff of people I don't know.
Yeah.
They call up and say, "Hey, I'd like to give you some money." And so I love money, thank you.
I have to do work for it.
And then they go like, "Hi, I'm here to talk about your recently dead father." It starts with a J. And so like, I've heard about you.
Starts with a D. Did you call him something starting with D?
I called him Big D. Okay, let's talk about something else.
This is the scam episode.
Yeah, no, we're doing our PSAs.
Yeah. We, James and I, not this last weekend, the weekend before, went and had ourselves a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe party to mixed results.
Yes.
So the game...
So neither you guys got laid from it?
Oh, no.
You didn't pick up?
Well, Paul gave me a handy on the way home. I asked him to stop, but
how
but he was driving, so he couldn't stop me.
How did the Switch motion controls pay off from that? Could he really feel the weight as his hand was moving?
Actually, I've got another game. We'll refer to that quite heavily later.
Okay, great.
So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a fantastic package. It runs at 60 frames a second. It looks gorgeous. It's one of the best Mario Kart games of all time. Now with some added features. Primarily an expanded battle mode, which does not suck. The best new mode of which I would think is
Renegades.
Yeah, so good.
Divides
Divides the player base in half. Half of them are police, half of them are renegades. The police have permanent piranha plants on them. And you have to round up the other guys, grab them, and then when you get caught, you get put in a jail with a button underneath it. So that the remaining renegades then have to try and spring everyone out of the jail. So you've got a couple of minutes to either catch all the renegades or for the renegades to escape in that time. It plays so well, and it's so funny.
So to win as the cops, you have to have everyone in jail.
Yeah, yes. So the moment you get everyone, you win.
Okay.
Or if you survive the time, then the renegades win.
All right, but if only half the renegades are in jail, then the renegades win at the end of time?
Yeah. They're still free. Really, really good game mode. Other than that, the battle mode, I need to get back into it to check because the battle mode was a huge disappointment to me. Just a straight up balloon fight.
Yeah, because you said it didn't suck.
No. Battle mode doesn't suck. Sorry, the balloon fight sucked. I thought.
Okay.
Because it was point based, kind of like how Smash Bros defaults to point based.
Oh yeah.
And you go no, change that shit to stock. Balloon mode's a stock game. Yeah, it's not stock. It's just how many kills can you get.
Oh, that's not how it works.
Yeah. See, I as someone
why the balloons then?
As someone who was not really, I didn't play much of balloon fight.
No,
I didn't really care. The mode there I actually quite liked. I thought it was it kept everyone engaged the whole time. So it works.
I was very bored.
You got your balloons. Okay, so you got your balloons. Every time you hit someone, you get a point. If you lose all of your balloons, your score is halved. So you still have, if there is someone who's way ahead and you kill them, they're still probably going to get knocked out and someone else is going to take over.
Yep.
So like I like that it was throughout the duration of the match, you could always be involved. It wasn't just knockout. I think I would have got more bored if it was knockout because I suck at it and it would have been knocked out real early.
Yeah, but then I could have fought someone good.
And I wouldn't have been there for you to shoot.
That's all right. It's fine.
But I do understand.
I'm not against that mode existing.
But I think I remember we were talking about it in the car, and I think your problem was that it wasn't balloon fight.
Yeah,
it wasn't the mode that was promised. It was a variant on it.
Yeah, and it's like other than that, they have Shine Thief, which is just King of the Hill, which is someone grabs Shine and they've got to hold it long enough to win the match. Which is fun, except when people don't realize that's the point and they're just all fighting while the guy with the shine just drives away, which is pretty funny still. So that all works well. We were playing with probably up to 5 or 6 switches.
Yeah, I think we had... That sounds... I think that sounds about right. There was... Yeah.
And racing is great. The biggest problem was the peer-to-peer wireless dropped out all the fucking time. So
I lost count of how many there were.
Oh, did you use the Joy-Cons as controllers at all?
Yes.
How did they go?
Actually, a single Joy-Con controls the game fantastic. Cool. Works really well. For a little bit at the end where we lost someone, I was just playing with someone else on my Switch, not on the TV, just with each little Joy-Con, and I did have to sit quite closely.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because we've had some games at work where I've had to bust out, split the screen. I think Joy-Con's fine. It works fine. Cool. It's not as nice as...
actually, no.
I think
the screen is probably the biggest issue.
But it's a small screen. It literally just controls exactly the same. There's no real detriment to using it. Although you do have to turn off by default motion controls on by default, and also there's 2 new features. One is auto accelerate, so you don't have to push the acceleration button; it just basically holds it down. And there's also stay on the track. So both these modes will keep you accelerating and being on the track. Now these are not win buttons, but they do assist people that are not that competent with the game. And whilst some people are like, this is sacrilege, I saw some fabulous little stories about especially disabled kids or just very young kids that want to play with their older siblings and stuff and just people that struggle to play games saying, I can finally play with my partner / family / friends because I'm not having a terrible time just getting knocked off Rainbow Road constantly. You can still get knocked off Rainbow Road, but you're not just going to spend the whole time falling off.
Well, I thought that because it's on by default.
Yes, I think that's a bit weird.
And I actually didn't really notice I was on. I did notice, I seem to be playing better. This is a bit easier than I remember. But I think that it was done in a way that the assist didn't feel that it didn't feel like autopilot.
No,
it felt like I was controlling what's going on.
Yeah, which is good, and I feel like they are beneficial to a family-friendly game. I mean, Mario Kart has lots of assists and things in it designed to try and keep people together. It's one of the complaints about it, but it's also why we always like it.
You know what it can't do?
But
can't jump online, see that someone's playing Mario Kart, and just hit a button to get send an invite.
They don't have any functionality.
That I thought, because I loaded up the Switch and I saw, such and such is playing Mario Kart. Why can't I just hit the button and jump in a game?
But remember, they haven't even launched their online yet. Whilst these games can be played online, their online service is still MIA. I expect to see it at E3.
Yeah.
So I remember what you're going to do. You're not going to do that on your Switch. You're going to pull out your smartphone, open up the Nintendo Network app, and you're going to go, oh, Paul's playing some weird indie game. I'll go find another friend. Oh, look, Amy's playing Mario Kart. Join, and then your Switch will go, please enter the barcode. Okay. This is how it's going to be. You know it.
Then you have to ask Amy for her barcode.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fantastic.
It's going to be a postal correspondence course to get friend codes.
And Mario Kart Deluxe is selling like freaking hotcakes.
I see the magic of Mario Kart 8 is when I'm playing that shit in handheld mode.
I love it. I've been playing it a lot.
That's when I feel like I'm in the future. When I'm lying in bed, it still feels almost surreal to me.
The Switch.
Well, just I'm holding this thing in my hand, which looks amazing, and I'm like, it's like a handheld.
You know how I spent years talking about how I always waited for things on the Vita because the screen looks so nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I started playing my Vita again this week. I'm like, the screen's so small and shit. It's like, yep, the king has been dethroned. Like, it just playing games on there is just like, this is fucking rad.
I reckon come Christmas, I reckon this thing's gonna go do good.
I think
it's gonna do really good.
As we said, the one thing that they needed to do, which is sell this concept about this console that can go handheld.
Yeah.
That they've nicked every other problem just kind of doesn't matter. It can be fixed.
Yeah, and then there'll be the new Switch eventually, which I'll be chumping by.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it'll happen. There'll be
of course
they always XL or whatever.
They always do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was looking at how I'm going to continue the conversation. We can just move straight into. They also announced a new 3DS in the last week. It's the
new 2DS.
No, well, yes, which is a 3DS, but it has no 3D in it. Confusingly,
I'm pretty sure the 2DS is its own pillar. You've got the Switch, you've got the Wii U, you've got the 3DS, you've got the Game Boy Advance, you've got the GameCube, you've got the Virtual Console, you've got the Virtual Boy, and you've got the 2DS.
XL.
Excellent.
and you got that weird Pokemon Go watch thing. Yeah, so they announced a new 2DS, which now has a hinge again. It's basically just the new 3DS without 3D in it.
Yeah, apparently a bit lighter.
Well, probably.
Yeah, because
that 3D is a bit heavy.
You know,
it's a weighty dimension.
They had a fancy looking Dragon Quest one, which I'm not sure where that's available. This is just sort of end of run Nintendo stuff.
It's cheap.
It's not as cheap as the 2DS though.
Oh yeah, but I think it's $200 Australian.
Yeah,
it's like
that's pretty
good.
Yeah. I think the fact that it folds, which is so dumb, but the fact that it folds, like, makes it a real.
It's a real DS now.
Real DS now? Like the 2DS was just like VR.
It's a nice looking piece of kit. I think the design's really nice. The kind of blue trimming around it.
They've got some nice design.
Although I always thought the 3DS looked good as a handheld and a console.
It's okay. I thought the original, like, kind of ice cream sandwich shell was like, yeah. But I think this new one, I like it a lot.
I like my standard new 3DS.
Yeah,
with it, I did faceplate exchange on it.
Yeah,
and they got some.
I did open up my my classic kind of new 3DS, and it is a good little console. Like, it's a good little handheld. It's very unlikely I'm going to buy anything else for it again, though.
Yeah.
What about Pikmin?
No.
Will you borrow Pikmin of Paul?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if I even care that much about Pikmin. I mean, I like Pikmin, but I don't know if I care about that Pikmin. I mean, it looks fine.
I'm kind of expecting the 3DS to still be the kind of like the PAX handheld, just because of the price of that thing.
Yeah. Well, and it has more social features than the Switch does. We'll see if that changes in the future, but yeah. So the other thing I just want to quickly mention, that next week, or maybe in 2 weeks, I can't remember the date exactly, Thumper is coming out on the Switch.
Okay, cool.
And Thumper's a very cool game.
Yeah, really enjoyed Thumper.
They announced today that it runs 60 frames per second, 720p in handheld mode.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. But what I liked here, and this is the first game I've seen do it, the view is different when you play it in handheld and...
what's different?
You're closer. So that you can, you don't quite have the full view of it, because that's made for a big TV.
Yeah.
So, we're going to shift the perspective when it's in handheld to make it easier to play.
I'm really glad that they're doing that.
Yeah,
because like last thing I want is us to be, because they're different. Like,
it's a different format.
Are different things. And so I wasn't sure how hardline Nintendo was going to be on kind of replicating the experience on both screens. So.
Hey, remember, we've already got games that do not play in console mode. So if they're allowing that, then yeah. So I thought that was good. That it's like do some intelligent changes between the two modes. Love it. I mean, I already own Thumper.
Get some
but
touchscreen
it's such
support.
a fucking good game.
Who are the developers of Thumper again?
Thumper devs.
Yeah. Thumper devs. The Thumper devs have been doing a pretty good job of like maintaining this.
Of maintaining the
the
Thumper
cred.
They've
built up a good reputation as the devs of Thumper.
Yeah. They
really exploit that Thumper IP.
That scarab fetish they've got goes pretty well.
Niche market.
Not
as small as you think.
So we can go a few different ways here. We could finish our Switch talk with some more Switch games, with just like in hot takes. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it. Some hot takes. Okay. Well, that's a bit longer, so I'll do the quick hot takes first. Kamiko, which we mentioned a few weeks ago, is a Japanese-only release, which is now in English.
Yay!
Costs like $5. $5 dues. And it is exactly what I heard it was. It is sort of a top-down Zelda-like. It is 4 levels long. Each level will take you between 10 and 15 minutes. And you get to play and you sort of run-based, so you can choose a character at the beginning of the game. They will have different ways of fighting. And the levels are structured in that you have to open up the passageway to the final boss. To do that, you have to activate 4 points in each map. Those points be activated by getting collectibles from killing creatures, and you get more points from that as you get a multiplier up without being hit. So it's just about fighting your way through the level, not getting hit, so you get more points, using those points to activate doorway, going in and fighting a boss, and it's really neat and concise.
And $5.
$5. It looks nice. It's very clean to play, and it'll give you...
It's just something more to play on your Switch.
Yeah, it'll give you a few hours of play, no problem. And then if you are really into it, it becomes a time attack game that you actually like, okay, how fast can I do a run? Yeah, it's very, very enjoyable.
I might pick it up.
Yeah. I don't think you will dislike it. I don't know if you'll love it, but it's a solid little product. Yeah. Speaking of solid games, there's also now Blaster Master. I always have to remember that instead of Master Blaster because Master Blaster runs Bartertown. We've been through this several times on the show, James.
Keep going.
It's Mad Max. But Blaster Master is a classic game, which they then had sort of a revival on the Switch.
Yep.
It's $13 Australian. I didn't pick it up because I never played the original. It's a side-scrolling and top-down because it has two different modes. Game where you are in a vehicle and you then can jump out of the vehicle and run into levels and it's kind of cool for I think it was NES originally.
Yeah.
But now they released a demo. We'll go play the fucking demo, which I really enjoyed, and now I'm thinking about picking up the full thing. It's one of those things that it's not a roguelike. I believe it's just level-based. There's nothing there. But it feels roguelike-ish in that I'm like exploring areas and I'm getting power-ups, and in my head those power-ups are random, but they're not. They're just placed there. But if I only play it once, it'll feel like a roguelike. I don't know, actually.
That procedure generation was really good.
This is the stupidest comparison I've ever made, saying it feels like a roguelike when it really has zero elements like a roguelike. It just feels like it could be a roguelike in my head. So it's I don't even know how to describe that. Just Paul's insanity. But so you can go and grab that demo. Give it a shot. But also of note is that there is free DLC, like a Gunvolt character for it. Now, apparently it's not always going to be free. Apparently it's only free for now.
Ooh,
so you can just go buy
hook.
Just go buy the DLC.
And if you ever get the game, then you got it.
If you ever buy the game, you've got the DLC. So I just say this is PSA.
You're a crafty consumer.
I am. I earn so much DLC for games that I've never bought and potentially will never buy. I was like, oh, it's free for this week. Okay, get all the DLC. Oh, not the main game, no. But that's how I'm a crafty consumer. Other than that, I like that I have multiple Switch things to talk about. The other one big Switch game is they released Tumbleseed this week. Now, Tumbleseed is a roguelike, and it is a roguelike like you have never played, which is a pretty good starting point as far as I understand. So you play a seed, and your job is to climb a mountain, and this mountain has holes in it like Swiss cheese, and you do not want to fall down the holes. So you've got to roll up the mountain. The game controls... And I don't know how my words are going to do with here. So both analog sticks, basically just using up and down, you're controlling the ends of a long stick. Okay. And that stick runs from the left to the right of the screen, and the seed can roll along this stick.
Okay, yeah.
So by pushing up or moving it, you can tilt it left, tilt it right, push it up, pull it down. So it's not just tilting, you can also push up and down on the screen. So you're constantly...
Is that how you move up? Like you constantly want to move up?
Yes, you're constantly moving up. And you can move back down, so it's not an auto scroller. Yeah. You literally have to push up the level with it. So you're avoiding holes and everything. That's the basics, and it's kind of hard. Like it is touchy, and you have to be careful, and especially at this point of the game, I am still going very slowly. Yep. So where this game starts becoming interesting is a roguelike and risk for reward. If you could throw in a bit of Dark Souls comparison.
Oh, here we go.
It's not, but you can just say it. So all the way up these levels, as they're avoiding holes and there's enemies and lots of new challenges to go past. It's very basic. There are a few holes you can deliberately go down to, which are basically stores. You're not paying for anything, but they'll have 2 power-ups, and you can try each one. There's a little trial, but you can
What kind of power-ups are there?
Different attack modes, different movement
I'm trying
options.
to envision in my head how the combat would work in this game.
Yeah, how does the seed on this
Okay, so actually I'll get into it as I describe the next bit. So so you get these different objects, and that's very roguelike. It's like, hey, here's 2 choices, choose one of them. Okay, back to the level. So as you're moving up this mountain, there are lots of patches of ground. And this is a game about being a seed. So you plant things on the same. So you switch between modes, and these are your different powers. There's a few base ones that you almost have, but so as you roll over this, you might do something like one of your base abilities is to plant a checkpoint flag. Great. Okay, so now if I fall down a hole, I'll come back here. that seems like a good one to use. Unfortunately, you can only plant one thing on each thing. Another one might be planting your main resources that you use. And you've got to plant on 3 of them before you get any resources. So get some resources. And then you might have one that when you plant it, it spends those resources and turns them into a spinning spike that goes around your body.
Okay.
Or you have one that you plant and it gives you health. Now, the thing is that it means that every one of these patches of dirt going up this mountain of increasingly difficult dodging and rolling around is a choice of whether you're going to do something offensive, something defensive, play it safe by placing a checkpoint, because you can only do any of these things once. And it becomes a strategic, and it's risk reward. It's like, as I say, if you use a checkpoint, well, you fucking wasted that point on something else. So you push and push because you want to use more of them to get more resources or something like that. But if you fail, you've got to go all the way back.
How many times can you die before you have to start again?
You've got health. Okay. So you can, if you build your health back up, you can die as much as you can build your health. But by default, you've got 3 hearts.
Can you go back to the checkpoint as many times as you want?
As long as you've got the health for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So falling down a hole still hurts you.
And push you back at the checkpoint.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But but you can get those hearts back using abilities and everything. It's one of those things that when I looked at it before it was released, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But now that I see the complexity of making these choices in the system and everything, it's kind of addictive and kind of a brilliant, unique design. Because I cannot think of any other game that is like it. Certainly the control mechanism
those
is
old
100%.
seed rolling roguelikes.
Yeah, those seed rolling roguelikes. Another one of those old chestnuts. Really freaking interesting design. And it is fun, but it is tense. It's like, thankfully, like there are walls on the edges so you can't roll off. You can like reprieve and just rest and it's fine. And there's a little balance thing that shows you so you can get it flat and you'll be safe. It's got a good leeway for that. But man, like I can only play it for like 20 minutes at a time without going, like, I got it done. I got to just put it down. Can't keep going.
What's the goal here?
Get to the top of the mountain.
Just get to the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The mountain is, I think, is exploding or something.
Okay.
Come on. I barely pay attention to story and story-based games.
Like Satan at the top of the mountain or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it's mum's there.
Yeah.
You've got to kill a heart and then, fight Satan.
Yeah.
It's good. So Tumbleseed, really, it's not only on Switch, it's on other platforms as well. But on Switch, it has one thing.
Does it have tilt controls?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think you'd want them.
Yeah.
I think they're
too much.
Yeah, I think the finessing you do in the game, the tilt controls might make you kill yourself. HD Rumble.
Oh, really?
It works.
Does it make a funny sound? Can you?
Well, they always sound funny, but what you do feel is as like you feel the roll going along.
Okay.
Nice.
And it's not like the most amazing thing I've ever felt, but it works and it's effective in this case. I'm like, I don't know if it's quite worth the expense of these stupid. Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Still pretty good. So I like it on the Switch. I think it's a very good platform for it. I think it's also on PS. It's definitely on PC, PS4, and Xbox. I'm unsure of at this point. It may not have launched on them yet. Actually, now that I think of it. But very original game. Which is good to see. Okay, shall we run through some news?
Yeah, let's.
please do.
Okay. First up, we have got not a Kickstarter. We've got a fig. To talk about.
Yeah.
Pheonix Point.
From the XCOM designer.
Yes, from the original XCOM designer, Julian Golop, which I wrote down because I did not know the original XCOM designer's name.
According to his Fig pitch video, game development is all done via candlelight with a lantern.
Oh, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
he's kind of
candlelight with a lantern?
Well, sorry, with a lantern with a candle in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
because he's going around like to the artist who's sketching, and like he's sketching to like he's holding a lantern like over it as the guy sketches.
Why?
Because it's dark.
Okay.
So dark.
So he recently did Chaos Reborn, which was okay.
Yep.
I didn't mind it. And now he's come back with a new XCOM, Terror from the Deep.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty sexy. I quite like it.
I'd say I wasn't sold on the art style.
I liked it when I started seeing. So there's a lot of creatures coming from the sea.
Yeah, and randomly generated creatures as
Yes,
well.
that's the bit I liked. I like the fact that the creatures have a base skeleton, but then, well, hopefully there's abilities tied to their mutations and everything. But they mutate and they can have like different shapes on their arms and everything. It's like they're put together out of chunks. I thought that was really cool. And having behemoths and the overall idea of this game being that they own the ocean, humanity owns the skies, and you're fighting over the land. And so you have a lot of fights that are on like oil rigs and things above the water, but then also like behemoths trundling across the landscape that you land and fight there and everything. A big focus on scale, more than we normally see in XCOM.
I did like some of the boss fights were quite large and kind of targeting different parts of it, and it looked like you could destroy certain parts of it, which probably affect it in different ways.
Which I think, especially when you have the scale, you need to have that kind of detail. Otherwise, it's just a damaged sponge.
And it's got all the kind of XCOM-ness of the kind of geoscape in there, and
it looked like the meta of it was
XCOM,
very XCOM. Yeah.
And I do like that. I mean, because XCOM 1 and 2, like the first was aliens, and then the next one was like Lovecraftian. Yeah. So it is good to see, like they're kind of running with something else.
It's very much going for the Lovecraftian side.
Yeah.
And I will point out at this point that this is funded on Fig, so we can just talk about this as an upcoming game. I mean, it would be anyway. It looked like it was pretty far along, but hey, we're not here to sell you on giving things money prematurely. Yeah. We just want to talk about an interesting game.
He made a really good Ghost Recon game.
Did he?
It was one of the I think it was like a launch title for the DS. Or no, it might have been a 3DS launch title.
I remember you played it. I never played it.
Yeah, it was like Ghost Recon Future War or something like that. I can't
sounds
remember.
Like a thing that could be existing.
No, Future War was something different. Anyway, it was some Shadow
Modern Warfare
Squad, some names.
Squaddy Buddies.
Yeah,
Squaddy Buddies.
Squaddy Buddies.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Squaddy Buds.
It was a really good strategy game.
That's a good story.
Squaddy Buddies.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. It's going to get the .com.
Yeah, let's
better
go
register those
Squad Buds. Yeah, squadbuds.com. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that's I didn't really have anything else to say about it. It just looked it looked like modern XCOM, but from him with a few different twists.
A bit more post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. Okay, the most exciting thing I saw this last couple of weeks
is my reason to turn my Xbox back on.
Well, you can also do it on PC.
Not on my laptop.
Oh no! So Forza Horizon 3, which is already a pretty cool racing game. I'm not particularly into not realistic, but like real world based racing games. They're not really but this one always appealed to me, and now it appeals to me even more because they've got a Hot Wheels racing pack, which is amazing. So off Australia, there's some islands, as we all know, which are filled with giant plastic Hot Wheels tracks
and connected with big orange loop-de-loops.
Yes.
What would have made you like it more?
What
if it was a bedroom?
If it had been scaled in a bedroom, that would be cool. But I kind of like the idea of it also being like, we just build real life Hot Wheels in like these cityscapes. It's the orange track. They've made Hot Wheels cars. You can do loop to loops. You can get boosted. It looks really nice.
There's a dinosaur in there.
Yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. I didn't see anything in this one.
It's cute as hell.
Yeah. And Horizon is such a good game. Like it's an amazing racing game.
I remember hearing
it's really cool
things about it. I feel like that's a game. Like, is it still only available through the Windows Store though?
I'd imagine
PC?
so.
Why I've ignored it.
Because the Windows Store isn't great, but it also does work. So I mean, it doesn't hurt. You can buy something and you will download it and you will play it.
I mean, like this is a game I would get if it was on sale. I'd be very excited to pick this game up for $20.
I would be excited to pick it up for $20 also. Yeah. I might even pay a little bit more than that.
But I mean, like if I'd seen it on sale already on Steam, I'd be more aware of it.
If I had an Xbox One, I would probably already own it because I would be desperate for things to play on that.
Yeah, I actually did think about loading up my Xbox.
Yeah,
and I did turn it on and I opened it up.
Did you know I use my 360 probably at least once a week?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I play Netflix downstairs. But that's actually, it's great going through the old 360 library sometimes because it's, especially as we were talking before about digital games, there was so much good stuff in there.
Yeah, and the 360
so much
really good.
The arcade was.
I look at my physical and my digital library on the 360, and it is insane. It just eclipsed everything else of that period.
I think for me, the problem I had with loading up my Xbox One was that like it just doesn't do anything to make me want to play it over the PS4. Like they've got so homogenized, like the platforms now. They're like I sort of go, well, okay, it's there. It has a list of the same things that are on there. Like if I did not have a PS4, I'd very contently play my Xbox One. If most of the people I knew had an Xbox One, I'd very contently play my Xbox One.
If you had a better PC, you'd never turn on your Xbox One.
If I had a better PC, I would never ever turn on my Xbox One. You are totally correct.
Yeah. I like it. Anyway, let's keep moving because we've got some more stuff. Call of Duty World War II. We said it was going to happen, and it happened. There was a trailer released. It hits basically every fucking cliche you can think about World War II. It'll be fine. It's kind of disappointing that it is so by the numbers what they've shown. Like they go in-game footage. It's like, well, in engine.
Yeah, I was thinking that like I've never seen like an in-game trailer for
that's
an
actually
FPS
from a game
that had
play.
No FPS scenery in it whatsoever. Like at no point does it show a rifle from a first-person
Point of view,
point of view with an ammo counter or anything.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all cutscenes.
It's like we're doing D-Day again, and like yes, it's been a while since they've had one, so it's totally fine to do, and it's a very popular thing to explore.
Honestly,
but at the same time, it's just sort of a like when they did the Battlefield 1 announce, like people were just like, how the shit are they even going to do? How there's a bunch of stuff you haven't seen before, while still going back to the roots of what people wanted. Old style warfare and everything, and it really ended up being more World War II anyway because none of those guns existed in World War One. I'm running around with these like super accurate automatic weapons. Sure, I did.
And I like what they did with the kind of diminished vehicles in with World War One setting when you could just kind of kick it and that tank's probably going to rock over.
I am sure. I mean, World War II is pretty big.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's plenty of imagery that you could create that we haven't seen.
Well, we had World at War. While like that was sort of where they were going like kind of like playing German, playing with Russians and kind of like the Pacific Front and things like that. It would have been nice to kind of see that explored.
I think this is all European theater,
but this is back to the very it's been so long since we've had one.
Come in with the
I think Call of Duty to come and be like you've never seen before, and it starts with like a German victory march, being like, "Let's go Germany, we're number one."
It would be an interesting take. But
start off in the Hitler Youth.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting story to tell.
Your head shaved.
But it
press it.
Oh god, no, let's go. Move on. Move on. No, we're moving on.
Extra hail. Anyway, but I mean, it's still a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be able to get a weed laser sight. And there is zombies mode, and there's all the other stuff.
It does interest me to think how all these modern kind of codisms.
The Call of Duty that gives us and I didn't make that up. There is a weed laser sight. There is.
Oh, really? I thought you were making it up.
There is the Snoop Dogg announcer pack. I mean, there's lots of announcer packs.
I hear in the World War II one, like if you kill 5 enemies in a row, you can release dysentery on the other team.
that would be romantic.
But that's going to be quite.
That's all the personalization and crazy perks and everything where it was going. That's part of it. It's the progression that people are addicted to.
But that's going to be really at odds with what they
go full Wolfenstein with it and like make it this weird.
Well, that to me that would make
element.
more sense. Like given like the direction they've been going and how serious it's been kind of getting a bit sillier. Wolfenstein makes a lot of sense to me. But they were really playing up I think they used the word visceral an awful lot. When they were talking about it, and that is not going to mesh so well with World War II laser sights.
It means that there's going to be a lot of explosions close to you, where it go poof, and then like the sound gets all muffled.
On the screen.
Look, it's going to clear up quickly before we give you control of the character back.
That's exactly.
That's going to happen at least 6 times.
And then like a colleague. I don't think they're called co-workers in the army.
It worked. We know what you mean, yes.
We'll be over you and he'll like swear, he'll say something gruff and it'll help you up.
I know there's that one animation that's been used in multiple Call of Duty games where it's like, when you see like those old Disney shorts where they've used the same source animation and then you watch it like, there's an animation in COD which is just like that. And I've seen a few of them where they put them side by side and they're just like 100%.
Was it like a door breach or something?
No, it was like holding someone and putting over the shoulder or something like that. Yeah.
That's classic. Yeah. Andy Serkis did that one.
Did he?
No. I made that. Okay, let's stick with new games. The somewhat shock announcement, it was suddenly rumored and then suddenly confirmed. Darksiders 3 is happening.
Oh yeah, Fury.
And you're playing Fury, which is the lady of the horseman of the apocalypse. And she has a sexy whip.
Seems like an outdated term now.
She was always a lady since the beginning. She's always been called a horseman. So they weren't
horse person.
Horse people. Well, that's the centaur. She's not a centaur. So they announced the game and they had a CGI trailer, which I thought kind of looked
weird,
wacky,
a bit strange, weird eyes.
And then they released 12 minutes of gameplay footage, which looked fine. It looked very Darksiders, but again, like when I was talking about Prey before, is like, why do they just release huge chunks of footage? They very explicitly put on this as pre-alpha footage. And whilst pre-alpha can mean many things to different groups, I mean, one thing that you can be sure is not in this game yet is most features.
Yeah, because I watched it. And the way I did it was I loaded up the video.
Yes.
And I saw some combat. And then I moused over the little thumbnail when you put the mouse over the progress bar. And I looked for the interesting part. And I clicked a few times.
And you failed to find
it? And I found nothing in that trailer which looked interesting.
Because she just has the one whip move which has been done over and over again at various... And everything looked like the enemies
look very
nice.
pretty.
She looks nice. Yeah. It looks Darksiders. It looks appropriate. There's good traversal. The levels look nicely designed. There's an interesting boss near the end when you're fighting Sloth. It's a big bug being carried
Lord
by
of the
other
Flies
bugs
or something like that.
But you do just whip it with a whip for 5 minutes. Because she's a mage, she's a magic user. There's no magic in this or anything. How about you just cut this down to like even a minute? I was going to say 30 seconds, but let's give you a little bit more. Just of like a bit of swinging, a couple of different enemies, a couple of whips.
Cut it down to the exact track length of Devo's biggest hit.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think of something that wasn't with it, but I couldn't think of it.
I actually think that video, it might have hurt them more than anything else. Like, for me, it did, because I looked at it and like, there's nothing here for me to give a shit about.
There is literally nothing interesting other than me just checking the aesthetics are on the right track.
I'm going to say Darksiders, the original Darksiders, I got it for Xbox 360. I played for a bit. But when you were saying how like great that library is, every time I look at my 360 games, that's the one that always jumps out at me. It's like, I should play that sometime.
It's a fucking great game.
Well, because when I think Darksiders, what I think is like there's the first game which is sort of like Zelda, and there's the second game which is sort of more your action RPG. But it says to me,
the worst of the two.
But it says to me that this is a game where there's a lot of changes.
They're willing to make changes.
And so when you just show me nothing except the combat, that's like such a small part of what I think is interesting about that franchise.
And Darksiders 4, which will have Strife in it, he's a gun user. So it's like, that could be more of a shooter.
Yeah. And if they just went, we're going to be a shooter, that would make sense to me in the context of what
I am totally
they've done
happy for them to do that with the fourth Darksiders, which I hope they make.
Yeah. So I got to ask, if there's a four horsemen, why is she Fury and not like War or Pest?
This is, I can't remember the artist's name, but this is just it was War, Death, Fury, and Strife were his four horsemen.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, four horsemen isn't like a thing. There's four horsemen like in the book of the big man. They're not named. I think they might name Death.
Really?
And that might be it. Yeah, and then lots of different things have given them different names. You sort of give pestilences and stuff like that.
Oh, and
so there's not like a strict what it has to be. And this was his own. And these are like an ancient race of beings, and they're the last four. Like they killed the rest of their race, and they're the last four remaining ones.
Okay, so sort of like a more welcoming Highlander. There can only be four or five.
Yeah. Maybe a few. Yeah. So it's its own mythology and everything.
Okay, that's actually quite cool.
Yeah,
because like the first one was War, right?
First one was War. Second one was Death.
So I thought they were just like the War, Pestilence, Famine.
Yeah.
I don't know how you play Phantom.
Yeah, I think that was probably it. Like,
Pestilence.
It's
I get.
Stardew Valley, except like you just throw away all the crops.
Like you have like in Judge Dredd, you've got like Fear and everything in there. Who's an awesome dark judge because he just like opens up his mask and just frightens people to death. It's great. It's kind of like Deadpool.
I was thinking, so like that one's played by present day Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, poor Sylvester.
I mean, they're so scared because they're like, oh my god, it's Rocky. No, is it?
He's Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky or Rambo.
Rambo.
He can be both.
He was both.
Rock.
So he can. He
can. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So Darksiders 3. I love the series. I'm glad to see. And even though it's a new company, it's the same. It's most of the same culture.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So I just want to see what the game is, not just the whip.
Yes. It would have been better just showing me some mock-ups of some areas. It'll be fun. I don't need to see 30 minutes of kind of bullshit.
I went. It was like 12 minutes of whip artwork.
I went looking for the menus. Like, come on, just pop open something.
What I was looking for.
Understand what this is.
I wanted to confirm that there was no fucking loot in this game.
I wanted to confirm there was loot in this
game.
No,
they have to do with something good again. Something different. Doesn't have to be like Darksiders. It just can't be like Darksiders 2.
Open world.
So Darksiders 2 had loot.
Open world.
In like
loot based.
Stupid.
In like a Diablo system.
Yeah, it's like straight up purples and shit. And I was like, you know what would be great with this game if it had none of this bullshit. games.
Kind of like what Paul said, but the opposite. That's what I thought.
Because I enjoy a good loot.
Look,
crawl,
okay,
but,
I
feel like
you could
I feel
ignore
like
it
I have enough loot crawls.
to a degree.
use
I think
more
you could
examples.
auto equip things that were better.
Yep.
So you could sort of ignore it, which I primarily tried to do because it's a terrible system and only bad games have that. But the one thing that I actually did hurt Darksiders 2 a lot was they adhered to the rules of 3 to a annoying degree. So you get to an area and go, oh, we must escape this zone. So we need 3 crystals. These crystals are kept in 3 castles. Each castle is guarded by 3 monsters. To get to each of these monsters, you must solve 3 puzzles, each with 3 riddles before, and then there's 3. It's like, holy shit, we're exponentially going up here. This is not, we're not doing fucking fractals. We're trying to play an action RPG. Yeah, but still a good game.
Yeah.
I like the first one more. Cool. Okay. Do we have any other new? Oh yes, a few other new things. So announced just today, being 2 days ago from when we actually released this, Risk of Rain 2. And it's 3D.
This is it was a platformer?
Yeah, side scrolling. You didn't like it too much when you first played it because you had issues with the controller.
Yeah, the
input.
controls are terrible.
Yeah. No, they're not. You had a bad time. I think they might have changed it from you
I think
played it anyway.
it maybe.
Because you had issues with it not accepting multiple inputs at once, which is not a problem with that game.
Yeah, maybe it's been fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I played it because I'd never written controls like that before, and I could almost see the terrible code they'd written.
Yeah. I remember playing it briefly afterwards and thinking, I think James's controller was just broken. But yeah, which I kind of like that they are not just revamping it, doing new art or whatever. They are totally taking the same concept and turning it into 3D, which immediately had a lot of their fans going, this can't be a 3D game.
Yeah.
They're like, give it a shot. Go for it. Take a chance.
Maybe add some loot. That'd be great.
Well, it's a roguelike. It basically, yes, it is loot based. That's appropriate for the genre.
Multiple endings.
It's not shoehorned into a better game.
I do hope Darksiders 3 has a reputation system, though.
I do. I want Renegade versus Paragon, please.
Yeah. I want a Paragon.
Stop it. Stop these jokes. They still hurt.
It's nothing but a confidence.
I want it to be fury and complacency.
Oh, no. Okay, so moving on.
Shit, we do need to add some more mechanics to this game. Add dialogue system.
Dialogue can be alright.
With morality.
No, that's bad. That's bad writing. It's bad people. Bad people make morality systems. Anyway, at least binary morality systems. Okay, so we also saw a brief look at a game heavily influenced by the old SWAT. Well, not all the old SWAT games, but it's like SWAT 4.
Yeah.
Called Ready or Not. It's from a new developer, and I cannot say anything to the quality it will look, but the trailer is incredibly suggestive and evocative and walking some really fucking tight ropes.
It really did.
I love the idea of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been really looking for that police tactics game for a while, and so I'm really happy to see this.
And the settings that these police scenarios are in, where you're coming into the SWAT team, are not terrorists have taken over the building. They are school shooting. Or human trafficking,
which I really appreciate. That like it looks like it's dealing with some pretty real shit.
Now it can very, very easily be badly done, and this could be one of the worst games we've ever seen.
It could go the wrong way.
Very easily. I think.
Spoiler alert for the current season of Archer. Is there an option to human trafficking to end up with a bunch of?
Yeah. Probably don't spoil something that's literally going right now.
All right. Like, I haven't watched it yet.
It's like spoiler alert for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No, I'm talking to episode 2 though. So that's like 5 weeks.
Most countries it hasn't aired in, man. Not everyone's a pirate.
Everyone has the internet. Okay.
I'm kind of interested, talking about watching prison things at the beginning.
I'm
kind of interested in that, kind of like in Law and Order and police and things. Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed Law and Order when I was growing up.
Yeah,
and I'm a big part of what that job is these really kind of social fucked up things, which is why I know I could never be a police officer because it would just destroy me.
Yes,
I would just couldn't cope with it. So I'm kind of glad that looks at what they're going after, that experience.
And if Jeremy, we were talking about it earlier, was pointing out, you play this online and everyone's just going to be a fuckwit. It's like, that's because I would never play this game online.
Yeah.
So he's
I
very right.
It's just doomed to fail on that. Because you can't. I don't think you can release a co-op and by its nature a multiplayer game that isn't friendly towards playing with strangers online in terms of functionality. And then with this one, you're not just giving someone a platform to be a terrible human, you're giving them a platform and a jumping off point.
But all you need to do is disincentivize as being a terrible human.
I feel like being a terrible human comes in layers. Because we're talking about like how the subject matter is quite
confronting,
morose. Yeah.
But people were actually pointing out a lot of these scenarios actually did exist in SWAT 4. I'm like, I really need to go back to SWAT 4.
Actually, I've got SWAT 4 and gold.
Me too. Yeah.
I guess
we should go play co-op.
I guess when you got the paper plate faces and the
it's a little bit less like the aesthetics of the teaser trailer are very slick. It feels very good.
Because with modern fidelity with graphics, you can actually see that, like, in her eyes, she's given up on life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which I kind of really like the idea of.
Yeah,
but again, this is all just like hopes and wishes at the moment.
I was going to say,
it's funny if you read the website, they're very, very focused on, like, in their announcement, they're talking about how, like, you can control like walking speed with the mouse wheel. Like, they're talking about like very specific gameplay ideas, which makes me think they're very serious, but also weird focus. This is your announcement, and you're talking about what buttons do, and so they're very focused on very high end and being very specific tactics.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But are you looking forward to a 12-minute gameplay demo where all they're doing is varying the walking speed?
Pretty much.
It's all we've got right now.
But I think if it is a super hardcore game, that also dissuades bullshittery, because it just means
that's probably true.
Yeah, if you run around a corner to go, I'm going to shoot all the hostages, and then you're shot instantly because this is the kind of game it is. Well, it kind of stops shenanigans if you can't do it. It's not like Wildlands where I can just be a crazy Ruby Rose punk shooting down the side of a mountain and experiencing no problems.
Yeah. But this is something that I couldn't see myself playing with randoms.
No. We'd get together and feel bad together.
Yeah. We can shower when we're done.
Oh god, they need to have like the post
go home to your wife and kids and just like hug them.
Yeah.
Really tight.
It's like you
just go home and drink. That's it.
You go back to the station. It's like everyone showers down. It's like, and the boss is like, "Hey, don't worry about the paperwork. You can do that tomorrow."
Yeah. I want to see almost like the aftercare of this. Like if they actually,
I'd love it.
It actually would be fantastic.
Like,
if it was
like a somewhat like world weary like squad detective leader or whatever just goes, "Done good work out there, guys."
Well, I could even see like going to like a kind of therapist or something like that, you know, and they're just sort of like you're just being asked questions, and there's
where the morality
some kind of morality system and dialogue actually would be a particularly interesting little thing to add in there.
Yeah, so again, all really, really hard things to actually pull off successfully.
Well, it's not like
but when
it
we're
doesn't
just thinking
seem like
about
they're trying anything easy with this game.
But the great thing about the trailer is it's so non-specific that we can
project anything we want
into this dream game.
In a post-Zelda world. This game, anyway, moving on. So that looks cool, and I think that brings us to the end of new games. So that's cool.
Yeah.
There's one game I kind of want to talk about. It was just for Kickstarter, but did you guys see that very ambitious game? I mostly just wanted to shit on it a bit. I can't remember what it was called.
This is the best news ever. A game on Kickstarter that we don't know the name of. Let's shit on it. Was it that one about that dragon MMO?
It almost was. It was about they used the word node a lot and progressive cities. And it was like an MMO where they're like, we want the characters to build the world, and it was just like a dumb idea. And it was like, so we're coming to Kickstarter to fund this game because we want to make it the best we can, and we want your feedback to do it. And it's just like I don't know, that game reminded me of it as I pointed to the show notes as like I think they're just trying. They're overextending themselves.
That's pretty common. What you need to look at on Kickstarter is free energy Kickstarters. They are glorious.
Solve the energy.
You've never
crisis.
seen so many configurations of magnets and crystals.
Wait, if the solution is free, why do we have to pay for it on Kickstarter?
That is a very good point.
There.
Yeah, you got them.
So I'm going to start up a GoFundMe to write letters to all these people, and I need $60,000 for stamps.
You got to write a lot of letters
and envelopes. You know what? Wouldn't it be great if there was a business that let me print my own stamps at home? Stamps.com. Sponsors of today's podcast.
I still don't believe that's real. I think you made it all up. James.
Yes.
Is there anything on your list that isn't going to be a hot take?
There was a game I got angry about this week.
Is it a hot take angry? Do you want to give us a hot take on it?
Look,
No, because I think I know the game and I need some things explained to me.
Okay, so I played Spaceplan.
Yes.
Okay.
This was the clicker, isn't it?
It is a clicker.
Now, what makes a game a clicker? Because
Sorry, it's an idle game. So I actually watched a fantastic
cookie clicker.
I watched a fantastic video today on the design of idle games and the maths behind them and how you can make them.
Okay.
But basically, it is a logarithmic. It is an exponential progression where you constantly buy back into making your number go up faster, and it's just about making your numbers get exponentially large.
Okay.
And these things will normally kind of keep playing when you turn them off. So there'll be, and you can interact with it in some way to speed it up.
Okay. Yep.
That's kind of that's the basic thing of what one of these things is. So there's one that came out. It was published by Digital Devolve, which is sort of one of the reasons I picked it up.
Devolver Digital,
thank you. Because I kind of expect this company to do kind of meaty things, ish.
They go up and down.
It's I think it's like $4 or $5 or something, which for a mobile game is basically $20.
As much as you can ask for.
Yeah. And it's this kind of pretty funny game where you kind of start off on Earth and you have to use potatoes to kind of get power.
Yeah. So what's the currency that I'm developing in this game?
It's watts.
Potato.
Watts. Oh, so it's generating power.
So actually, you're generating power from potatoes. And then you kind of progressively do more and more with potatoes.
Should have been chips.
Like you send down a Sputnik to orbit the planet.
So wait, is it all? So why isn't it chips?
Oh no, there are wedges.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like it's everything. Everything is potato based.
Potatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've realized I'm on this trend recently of finding non-potato chips. Like if you have lentil chips, they're amazing.
Oh, actually sounds pretty good.
Lentil chips really good.
Yeah, I can see
Tried
that.
like some chickpea chips.
Yeah,
real fucking good. And like sweet potato chips, still potato, but sweet. Oh, delicious.
No,
so good.
that chickpea sounds pretty great.
Oh, chickpeas, fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, back to potatoes.
Dip it in some hummus. You got some hummus on hummus.
Oh yeah.
That's too much chickpea.
So it's also a clicker you can finish. And
you can finish cookie cut.
And this is the thing about this game which kind of made me mad was that it's kind of a victim of its own success. Like the first like 2 prestiges are really good.
Okay.
Like it's funny, the writing's good.
Okay,
there's a good progression. Like I probably played like 4 hours or so of this thing.
That's a
like
lot of
I like for a day I was there like playing this thing a lot.
Yep.
But the problem is it kind of gets to the end of the game and then just stops or gives up. Like it's sort of like, oh, we ran out of funny writing. And then there's sort of like,
you can only write so many funny things.
There's just like, let's have some random shit and then the end. And so it was more like,
Austin Powers 3.
I felt it was like, oh, this is cool. Like I'm enjoying it. I like the writing. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. And then it's just sort of like, oh, have random shapes at the end.
Ooh.
Okay. I have a game in it for a clicker. But you have to launch stuff down to the planet, so you have to like aim stuff, and you end up with this kind of this like risk reward of like because the nature of a clicker, every time you make something, it gets more expensive. So if you're effectively your bullets that hit little targets on a planet, every time you send one down, it's more expensive. So you got to kind of like try not to do too many.
Don't mess up those shots.
Yeah. I think it was really good up until the part it wasn't.
Well, that's like most things.
Yeah. I get a lot.
Love. Nintendo.
Happiness.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
We're good. What about compared to the clicker in Frog Fractions 2?
Well, no, this one was more fun.
So I heard a fun thing about Frog Fractions 2, actually. So apparently all the minigames that Jim designed get easier every time you fail them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Because it's not a game about getting good at minigames.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
By the way, that MMO is called Ashes of Creation, and frankly, I think it's forgivable to forget that name.
Yeah. That's a good name. It's almost good as Horizon Zero Dawn.
Although in the end, I was remembering Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's because we made fun of it every week.
Yeah, probably true.
It took a few weeks.
It took a few years.
Yeah.
of everyone going like, what is that game?
Yeah.
It's like Dawn of the
Eventually, I got Strafe. That one took me a while to get.
Not to be confused with Strife.
Yeah, well, I kept thinking Strife. Like, that isn't what I'm after.
Or Strep.
I'd always have to go look up like 90s sloth shooter because I could not remember the name of that game.
Sorry. I just realized why it says sloth. I'm like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's for sloths.
It's sloths.
Or Sleuths, if you prefer.
No.
You don't. That's all
I want to
right.
play a bit more Strikes. That was good
I
fun.
think it's out now, right?
I think it comes out tomorrow.
For
Well,
realsy-
yesterday.
For real,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tomorrow, yesterday. It's
Yeah.
the same thing in this crazy world. Whoa! Okay. So
Yes.
other games to talk about. I'm going to do some quick hot takes if that's cool with you. Hot takes. So coming in this week's Humble Bundle, there was Super Rude Bear Resurrection, which I'd like to put up as the worst name of a game of all time.
Super
Rude Bear
Bear.
Resurrection.
Okay.
This game is Super Meat Boy
Yep.
mixed with Life Goes On. So when you
What's Life Goes On?
Life
Yeah,
Goes
I
On
know
where
it.
you play a knight, and when you die, your body remains, and so you
Okay.
can use your body to jump on things. So you do not have to die in this game. You can complete it without dying.
Mhm.
But if you do die, it makes the level a little bit easier. This game has one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in a hardcore platformer, which is that when you run forward, the screen tilts. And as you go back and forth, the screen goes, whoa, this way, that way, oh, wibble wobble. No, you can turn it off straight away. What a stupid idea. Made me motion sick in a 2D
Yeah.
platformer.
That's an accomplishment.
That should not happen. And it makes being accurate difficult.
Yeah.
Turn that shit off. It should never have been there. Only use it for a trailer. That's a bad idea,
Yeah.
guys. Other than that, it seems fine. The levels are long.
But that's not what I want.
Thankfully, they checkpoint.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh,
Why not just make it 2 levels?
yeah. It doesn't have to be Meat Boy. It's trying to be its own thing, but so much of it feels like Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Like my Meat Boy skills kicked in immediately.
Mm.
So it's like, okay, I know how this game plays. Do. That's what I do as I play
Yeah.
games. I say do-do-do-do.
It's only Meat Boy games, though.
Yeah, exactly. Also, coming out on PlayStation Plus, Typewriter came out. And I went, oh, thank God. I've been wanting to play this game for ages. and I didn't buy it. I really enjoyed the demo on Wii U. Loaded it up. Realized I was thinking of a game called Typoman. Typewriter is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Typoman. Because one of them's about you play like a glyph or something, right?
Yeah. So Typoman, you're a little man, but it's a almost limbo-esque atmospheric platformer where there'll be words in the environment and you modify those words to affect the world.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is apparently it gets a bit long in the tooth, but I've only played the demo, which is why I wanted to play the full thing. Typewriter is you are 2 dots. I guess you're supposed to represent a vehicle or something, and you drive through quite boring 2D platformer levels that just have just typography everywhere, and you collect the letters of the alphabet on each level.
Okay.
It's not interesting.
Oh, well.
I was like, oh, you tricked me. You tricked me with your slightly similar name. And then also, I think it was Humble Bundle as well, Metrico Plus came out. I'm like, oh, great. I've been really wanting to play this. I was thinking of Mini Metro. I really wanted to play the desktop version of Mini Metro. Thinking of the wrong game. Metrico
Mini
Plus.
Metro was in that massive Freedom Bundle, though.
Was it? Maybe I already owned it then.
Yeah. I forgot to unsubscribe from Humble Bundle again.
Yeah,
Humble Monthly.
I forgot to. Thankfully, this month was actually pretty good.
I already had Stellaris.
Oh well, you haven't done it then yet. You can still unsubscribe from that. That one's not out yet. That's next month.
Oh, I thought it anyway.
No, this month was Inside and Dirt 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
I still have time.
So you've got Super Rude Bear Resurrection as well.
Oh,
And Metrico Plus,
Yeah.
which is, I played it on Vita. It's nice and average. But some fun, some aesthetics. Also on PSN, they released Laser Disco Defenders.
and what's that one?
It is a pretty neat idea, actually. Controls like a twin stick shooter. You're a disco guy floating through caves in space, 2D, and you just have to kill everything and make your way to the end of the level. The thing that this has is that when you fire a laser, it never expires.
Oh, okay.
So if you miss shots, you'll end up with lots of extra lasers that you do not want to fire, and
do you take damage if you hit your lasers?
You do.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's a really neat idea, and I think they just failed at the last hurdle, which is it does not seem to have multiplayer, because that would be freaking frustrating and hilarious, and just like it's like, who's firing these blue lasers? I think it's like it's not amazing, but it's a great little idea, and I would love to see a multiplayer variant of this. It would be great. And it's all disco themed. It's kind of fun. So those are my hot takes. I think that's everything I need to hot take on.
I'll hot take Persona 5.
Oh yeah. So
As
you've
much as you can.
completed
Yep.
Persona 5
so
by playing 3 minutes of it.
Yeah, well, no, I played about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours of Persona 5. I think a little bit more, actually. And that game is about 130 hours long. and Cheryl has been playing it. So I have, as far as I'm concerned, if something's a visual novel, and I'm there offering guidance or my opinion on how to do the combat, I'm playing that game too. I like to think I'm there. Cool. Except when the conversation gets boring, I can have a nap. This is the only real difference between Cheryl playing it and me playing it.
Yeah, I would say, like, I have played many a JRPG where I thought this game would be perfect if I didn't have to actually hold the controller.
I think that...
just chuck in an auto-scroll and, like, my input is pretty much covered.
Probably just let's play that shit.
Yeah.
So, I think that having seen the whole thing, obviously won't give any spoilers. I will say that
the final villain is revealed to be the main character from Persona 4.
When you think that game is over,
it's got another 50 hours.
You got like about another 20 hours to go.
Yeah.
Oh, so man. You know what game did that to me terribly was Dead Space.
Oh yeah,
the original. I felt like that game never ended.
Yeah,
but then, partly because I didn't finish it.
So technically true, the best type of true,
and because it's so long, it's also got a little bit of that kind of Return of the King kind of ism, where it's like, oh, you've been playing this game for 130 hours. We got a lot to wrap up. And
another ending.
The ending takes a long time.
Another ending
to get through.
Would you like a post-credits ending?
No, we didn't get any post-credits.
How about another ending? Suddenly, Samuel L. Jackson turns up.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
What if they got all the protagonists from all the personas together to form a super persona team?
Do it.
Why not? Really, seriously, why the fuck not?
Yeah, that would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah. So, what you're saying is totally worth 130 hours.
Oh, I'd never play it. I'd never play that much video game.
It's a lot
in that format.
I've almost played that much Zelda.
No, I'll play Zelda because Zelda's giving me new shit all the time.
Yeah.
This one, you really got to be into that visual novel thing.
I like reading.
Yeah,
I get tired of visual novels quite quickly, like because I feel like that. I was joking about it before, but the necessity of input becomes a burden in a visual novel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would be more comfortable in a bed reading this than at my computer clicking through this.
I did just nap through multiple times of that game.
Because I tried playing, I'm going to butcher this name, Danganronpa.
Yeah.
And it was cool. The characters were fun. The setting was fun. Things looked promising, but I'm like, look, it's a visual novel. Just give me the story. Stop making me choose who I have to talk to.
Yeah, I like Danganronpa, but it's certainly I played through the first one because I was sick.
Yeah,
I still haven't finished the second one because I need to get ill. Once I'm ill, I'm gonna fucking blast through that game. So good.
You should have seen me last week. I could have gotten you so ready for Danganronpa too.
Awesome. Well, I've got to get sick soon because the third one's going to come out.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's going to be the thrilling conclusion.
You're going to have to end up in a traffic accident, and then you won't know if the Irish guy's legit or not.
God, here's hoping. Okay, so the other game that I've been playing, a note, actually still two others, but GNOG, as it's supposed to be called, and I know that now because they say the name at the beginning of the game.
Oh, but can we just say GNOG?
I like calling it GNOG.
Yeah. GNOG.
I mean, it's obviously not supposed to be that, but it's more fun to say GNOG. So
I've been waiting to swallow the end.
GNOG.
Or maybe the N is silent. Yeah, it's just
GOG.
It's just GOG. Yeah, good old games.
Yeah,
Finally, finally, good old games got its own game. So I've been looking forward to this game for a while, and it has delivered pretty much what.
This is the one that's kind of like a toy.
This is very much
robot heads.
Very much a toy. It is robot heads.
Yep.
And
that's what the start of the show was about.
Yes. The most robot head filled episode of them all, which will really probably be quite a short conversation.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've played other games with robot heads.
The giant robot heads, and this has a lot of robot heads in it.
Oh, really?
So basically, if you ever had a Polly Pocket or a Mighty Max,
did I?
Oh, I fucking love me Mighty
This
Max.
is what that game is. So you literally open up like a toy box. Say, I'm going to play that head. Boom. Comes up. It's sort of a nice flat shaded art style. You see this robot head, which is sort of powered down in some way or another, and you can flip to the back of it. So you can operate on the front or the back of these giant heads, and there's just a bunch of stuff. And you tool with that stuff until you start finding the equivalent of keys and putting them in the equivalent of slots, and until you're putting all the pieces together, and finally you complete it, in which case the robot head sings a song.
And this is the game? This is the end goal?
This is the end goal of every level.
That's the Mighty Max they needed to release.
This is fantastic.
It's amazing. So I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, this is fun. but it's a little bit too much puzzle, a little bit too much of just trying to get to the goal, not enough toy. And then I finally, it's only like 2-3 levels in, I got up to basically the sampler robot, where it is, because there's lots of, like, it's very musically driven.
Yeah.
But this is straight up, no, would you like a sampler based on a bunch of different, like, random songs and everything we're making?
Do you, Paul?
I love samplers. So sequencing and everything. And so I was able to then just tool, I don't know, I spent like half an hour just tooling around with this robot, making different noises and sounds, and like, if I do this, I can change the background and all this. And then eventually I said, okay, because it was obvious how to complete him, and I just completed him, and he sings his song, and off he goes. I got time for another head. What I really want to do is, this game is PlayStation VR compatible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you can just be immersed with the giant robot head in space in front of you, and you can be like, I'm going to send the submarine down, and then I'm going to grab this old vase, and I'm going to spin it around, and it's going to go twirling into space. And I've got to say, I haven't tried it, but I think it's probably a good game to get very high to. I think the universe would open itself to you, and it would be a very loving, friendly robot universe, and you'd smile a lot.
There'd be so many songs.
I have not completed it. Apparently, it's only a dozen heads or so.
Okay.
So it's not super packed.
But still the most robot-filled head-filled
yeah,
episode of all.
And
I still think 12 is... We now have a benchmark of robot heads.
There's a lot of work in each one.
Yeah.
And it's very polished so far.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems with anything. Everything is very readable, and like, other than the fact that you just click on everything once to see what it does, I haven't had anything where I don't know what to do. It's like, it's... You click on this and there's a reaction, and then you see this has a similar reaction. I'll click those two things together. Done. Very simple. It's cute.
Yeah.
If any of this sounded appealing to you, you'll probably have a good time. Just be aware that you're not going to be.
I'm just thinking of the getting high VR idea.
I think it'd be fucking amazing. It needs to be able to run multiple headsets, and the other people don't even need to play. They just can sit back and go, oh god. Hell, even if we just put it on a big screen and get a hookah.
That would be pretty amazing.
I should put it on after the show and go, good old robot heads. Yes, so that is on PlayStation 4. And I believe it's also coming to PC.
Okay.
Don't know if it's out now, though. And other platforms I do not know about. I really should research this stuff, but I don't. Very briefly,
yes.
I played Little Nightmares.
Oh,
which we've been looking forward to a while. Let's call it a limbo-like.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, in case you weren't sure, NOG is on VR.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
That's
I wasn't sure if that was
it's on PlayStation VR.
Pitching or
No. It's big pushed as a VR title,
Yeah.
Apparently it's very successful in VR. But I don't have one to test it with myself.
I'm getting close to getting one.
Yeah, we're getting more titles building up for it. So yes, Little Nightmares is a little limbo-like, but it's more fantastic.
Yeah.
You are sort of in let's call it a Rapture-like underwater facility, and you're a little... I'll just call it a little child, but I think you're a creature of some sort in like a yellow raincoat. And it is a horrible world of mistreatment, and you're trying to escape.
A little bit City of the Lost Children?
Yeah, that's not a bad call, actually, one of your base abilities is a candle. So the world will often go almost pitch black, and you just pull out your candle, and you also use that to light save points.
Okay.
Which is, effective, and it looks nice. The game's very, very stylish. When you encounter enemy creatures, they tend to be, compared to you, huge.
Okay.
Very intimidating, and you just hide from them typically. So it's very atmospheric. So differences to the Limbo, it's actually 3D. So there's depth in and out.
Is it playing a 2D plane?
No.
Okay.
No. So you in a room, you can walk all the way around a room, but you view it from a side angle. So I think so far that's been a very bad choice. Because this is why I don't have a lot of talk about this game, and I'm not going to make any sort of assessment on it, because I stopped, I don't know, half an hour in or so, simply because I did a long climb up to an area. Then I used a lever to pull over a crate that was hanging. Now I just got to jump on the crate as it goes back, and I jumped onto it, and I fell straight to the ground because I was actually a meter in front of the crate.
Sounds like Little Big Planet style problems.
Yes, exactly. I was like, you should have done a lot more to indicate what was lined up there, because the depth was not obvious to me, and the spawn point was at the bottom of the climb. I was like, now it's fine if you put the spawn point at the lever. It's like, oh, you made the mistake. That's fine. Who cares? But when it's not ages, but it was just enough to me say, you know what? I don't have time to waste my time right now.
Yeah.
I'll come back when I've got a little bit more, because it's still really, really slick otherwise. It's a very cool looking game. It seems like it's going to have a lot to do, but I wasn't up for having just time wasted, because the climbing wasn't fun. If that was fun, I would have been like, oh, that's no big deal. It's like, it's just climbing some freaking boxes. Yeah, put your checkpoints after the boring mechanics. And I was just like, oh, this was just not. This is a problem with your design here. I don't think it's game breaking. From all reports, it looks like it's still a pretty good game, and I will go back to it. I will play some more. I just didn't have time to do more, and it got me on a bad day. So I'm going to crucify it for it. 1 out of 10 stars. Take that, little nightmares. But yeah, we will get back to that one, I think. But yeah, it's interesting sometimes that even a good game can just sometimes get written off just for some bullshit. It doesn't really matter.
Well, when we have so much choice and our time is we're quite time poor, it doesn't take much to just go
And that was the hard thing with Prey, because I was starting to be very harsh on it with my discussion of it. Not necessarily here today. I mean, I was a little bit here today, but when I was talking about what other people were doing the week,
it was making you mad.
Yeah, I got mad briefly and everything, and but I'm in no point saying this is bad. It is undeniably a well-made game. So many things are AAA, off the chart, but then at the same point, I'm like, but does it have enough of its own voice for me to care about it when I'm so time poor for everything else? Like something like Tumbleseed, I can say, hey, check it out. That's a totally new idea. Prey, I wasn't sure. From more I've heard, it does seem like it does have, because again, I feel uncomfortable talking about it because I haven't played the full one. But it's all about interconnected worlds, and it's very non-linear and open.
I tell you that the moment that Prey lost me from the demo was that I finished it. Like I got to the final bit, and I got to the office and all that kind of stuff. And then it's like, oh, okay, the demo's done, but you can go explore. There was nothing in that world I wanted to explore. That was it. Like it was like if I play,
Zelda?
like Zelda or BioShock or like. And I think BioShock's a good one to look at, because BioShock is so System Shock.
Yeah, very similar.
You put me in Rapture, you put me in Columbia, I want to explore it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Prey just did not give that to me.
He offers you some more science corridors.
Like a lot of white walls, isn't
it? Yeah, I think that's true. Like, even though I did explore a bit and I enjoyed it, I was starting to climb up into some scaffolding, and that was a little bit interesting, but it does not invite me. It does not have that theme park design that, like, again, I jokingly mentioned Zelda before, but like Zelda, wherever your eye goes, you see something you want to try. Like, oh, there's a thing there. There's a thing. Oh, what if I go there? Oh, is that something worthwhile? And no, almost always is. In this, I did a lot of like, hey, what's that door? It's something I can't open. Okay. And it wasn't always because of the demo. It's just like, oh, okay, there's a lot of things I can't interact with until I unlock it. And there's a lot of things that just, I don't see any appeal to it. There might be interesting content behind it, but there's nothing to draw me into it yet. And I assume once you're more into it, that will change. But the initial impression is
and maybe I should go look at some screenshots and see, like, later on, where does it go?
I don't know if it changes much.
But if it doesn't change much, it doesn't. I don't feel like I want. If you're going to make a game which is about exploration, you really want your world to be
fun to explore.
And I didn't feel like the demo didn't sell that to me at all.
Yeah, I think that's a fair. I feel like at least one of us needs to get it, and we can look at it now, just so we can know how valid these things are overall. Because I mean, it's killing it, but then I mean, a lot of games kill it in reviews, and then I still don't think they're the complete package. They're just missing an element sometimes. But I don't want to spend money to find.
That's why I could buy on PC and I can get it refunded.
I think in reviews, it's kind of a weird thing, like. Because when you're given a full-blown review, you have to play the game, right? But I think such an important element of game design in general is being able to grab you in that first allotted time that most people would play for. Like if you're playing a demo, well, sure, you might end up giving a good review because you had to persevere. So like the fact that the game doesn't have a great hook doesn't enter into it.
There's a lot of issues with that, like. And hey, this game is great after 40 hours, and I had to put 40 hours into it because I was forced to, because that was my part of my job.
Honestly, I'm playing The Last of Us Remastered right now, and like it's good. But
I actually don't like The Last of Us.
and
I wasn't a fan.
At no point do I feel like, oh yeah, I got to get back to that game. It hasn't put its teeth in me in any way.
I found all the bits I liked about The Last of Us were just then punctuated by combat I didn't care about.
Yeah.
And
even knocking it down to easy was like still sometimes those fail states.
And if you notice, that's pretty much my opinion of all Naughty Dog games. Like, so don't take my opinion when I'm talking about Naughty Dog games, because none of them have I liked.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair. If you hear me ragging on them and you love them, it's like, well, obviously he doesn't like that sort of thing. I've got my arguments. I don't just say I hate it.
Yeah.
I think that's important. If you're going to criticize something, at least have a strong reason for it. And I think those things are, because things will get critical acclaim. It's like sometimes universal acclaim I think is bad. If I see a movie on Rotten Tomato that's got 100%, I'm saying that's probably average. If I see a movie that's got 60%, I say that could be fucking outstanding.
100% tends to only be like really old movies, like from the 1960s.
Yeah, like Shawshank Redemption, 100%.
A lot of animated films get close to, and sometimes that can be good, like
Toy
a decent
Stories
Pixar or anything. But anything that's universally
but if it's
liked
like,
isn't necessarily something that is outstanding in any one field, because it hasn't turned anyone off, which it kind of needs to. That's just my general feeling on things. It's like a friend of mine.
It's like how Wonderwall is kind of a trash song, but like it's always up there in the greatest songs of all time.
Well, I mean, speaking of production and stuff, there's been some trailers recently.
There's
a trailer for the Dark Tower movie, which...
And you read that book, didn't you?
Yeah, I read it. In quotes, and it looks like hot as shit. As in, like, out of the anus shit.
I think it's funny because I had that, I was just, like, watching the video. And on my laptop, and Cheryl could hear just the audio.
Yeah.
And she was very critical. Like, what is that shit?
Was that from Dark Tower perspective, or just...
No, like, Dark Tower, like, just from what she heard from this trailer. She didn't know it was Dark Tower.
Yeah.
She's like, this sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's the script is really freaking awkward.
This is Idris Elba and McConaughey?
Yeah.
Play the two leads, yeah.
It does mean that they have to drop the racist storylines of the books, because it involves him being called a white cracker honky for it's a white mofo. He's a mofo cracker, I can't remember exactly. Anyway, the fact that he is white is a big point of the plot. So normally I'm like, most racial changes are fine. It's like, but
why don't they just change it all, like just a tiny shift from like insults being white, insults being British. Like, instead of like, you honky motherfucker, it's just like, you limey fuck.
Yeah, I think, well, from all most of the books are not involved in this movie, and they're jumping all over the place and they're skipping it. It's a weird but I think that all just can be ignored with the fact that it sounds really bad, but it looks really nice. And again, today, there was a trailer for the new Blade Runner.
Oh, that's a nice looking trailer.
It looks really nice. I bet it's going to be dumb as hell.
There was that trailer I didn't get really any red flags from. I think it looked like...
I think the fact that Harrison Ford is now an old man kind of puts its dick in the original Blade Runner.
A little. Yes. just a little.
So kind of totally fucks that plot over.
I think because when I've gone back and rewatched Blade Runner,
it's been so long since I've watched Blade Runner. Why is him being young important?
Because he's a replicant.
Right, yep.
Because... Origami unicorn?
Yeah. Because other people know his dreams. Because
but I think when I went back and rewatched it, that actually felt like a much smaller part.
Yes, it's not the focus of the story.
Yeah. It's like more like that's sort of there, but it's
not Blade.
It's just
like he's also a vampire, and the whole movie is just like, but did you know he's also a vampire?
But it feels like the new one is like focusing in on all that shit, and like, no, that's not what. Yeah. Anyway, it feels weird. Like, it might be amazing, and I hope it's amazing. But it just feels, and like the new Alien, and everything just feels like it's weird facsimiles, and they all look amazing because filmmaking looks amazing these days. Like, even the shit
trailer editing,
like making stuff look nice.
Yeah,
that's the tradesmen have got that down pat.
Prometheus, that was a good looking movie.
Oh yeah, on the whole, I mean, like, and that's it. Like, we see any trash, it still sounds good. It's in focus. Special effects are good because that stuff's not hard anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still hard, but like, there's people, like, it's a real, like, people.
There's almost a science to it.
It's not like this film looked grainy because we had to shoot the whole thing on freaking high ISO stock and we had no lights. It's like, no, we just brought in 5,000 watts of light, and this was fine. We can do it in slow motion now. It looks crystal clear. Fantastic. It's all. But the point towards games with that was that production value doesn't matter much to me anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you throw money at it and you have good artists, everything looks good. There's still the substance that's still going to get there. So I still, like, it somehow ties back to Prey. It's got real mixed up in that one. But, yeah.
Well, I think kind of vaguely on this. One of the things that I played this week was, I do this every now and then, where I go back to the old Sierra adventure games. And this week...
the Robin Hood one that just came out?
No, actually, but that was sort of what pointed me in that direction. I actually went back and loaded up King's Quest 1.
Oh, yeah.
Quest for the Crown. Now, that's important because I did not realize there were two versions of King's Quest 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There was King's Quest 1, which was sort of like a more simple plot.
Mm.
And then the Quest franchise started to have some more success. And then they went back and kind of put in a little more plot, kind of more writing and trying to flesh out the game a bit more. And that's where Quest for the Crown came from.
Yeah.
But anyway, I loaded it up and I thought, I'm just going to get a walkthrough because I'm never going to play one of these things beginning to end these days. So I'll just
of course not.
just load it up. Now, I can go back to some of the old Sierra Adventure games like Space Quest 2 or Police Quest and things like that. And I think that like Sierra eventually did a really great job at taking an incredibly low resolution and 16 colors and making it look pretty good.
Oh,
Like they, especially look at like King's Quest, Space Quest 2. I think like there's some, for the time, some pretty good art that still looks
thinking about like that
pretty
Robin
good
Hood
now.
game that was released on GOG. Like, I'm like, okay, it's made in 91, but like,
Yeah.
that's
Well, they
still like an
eventually
acceptable.
They got onto like
aesthetic.
handcraft, like hand painting things. Like they
Yeah,
had a decent art team, but not King's Quest 1. Oh lord! Like I honestly, like I looked at some of the art in that game, and it's like MS Paint quality.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like you could tell because it was the first of that particular era of adventure games for Sierra, and it looks like it. It really looks like it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I actually found it was really hard to go back and revisit. Like even with a walkthrough, I was getting so bored because the writing is just not there.
I gotta say, most of King's Quest writing is.
I think King's Quest, at least like the later on, they started to get pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
and I think there's like some pretty art, and there's like some kind of like good characters, and
I haven't done the last.
Yeah, that's it. But that's one of the better looking.
I haven't done the
screenshots.
last episode of the new King's Quest.
Oh, yeah, I haven't
Should go and
either.
finish
Yeah.
it. Anyway, that pretty much brings us to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Is there anything we've forgotten?
I think that's got about me covered.
Yeah, that's all your things. Jeremy got new glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of miss my
Good stuff.
glasses.
Kind of fun on ukulele.
Yeah.
So ukulele's been pretty heavily panned. I still think
it's being panned.
Well, it has, but then also it's middling in the
Yeah.
end. It's still, I think it was still generally successful at what it was trying to do. But most of the things that it's been criticized for, the camera, the responsiveness of the mini games, some of the signposting, they are actively changing now, fixing. They've shown off the new camera. The new camera looks really nice. It doesn't react to world objects, so it just is smooth and keeps a constant distance.
That's good.
So all that stuff, and might end up making the Switch version, which isn't released yet, like the one that's actually released in the proper finished state. The other ones will be patched.
Yeah,
but so
and when you say signposting, that's like the problems I was having. Where like
skipping all, being able to fast forward and skip all gibberish dialogue.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
That was one that was.
So
annoying.
maybe I will get the Switch version when it comes out.
Yeah,
and it'll have enough.
I still say wait and see because these are promises.
Yeah.
Promises don't mean real, but it's good. That's cool. And just a note, you should be watching American Gods because it is fucking cool.
I need to go watch it.
Good.
It's a cool show. Also, Leftovers season 3. It's amazing.
Maybe I'll go get an Amazon Prime.
Every day I tell you Leftovers.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Is it on Amazon?
I don't know. Let's say yes.
Okay. If it's on there, maybe I'll get Amazon and watch it.
If it's not, you can still watch it.
I can still watch American Gods.
Yes. I think that pretty much wraps it.
Yeah.
Now, do we have picks of the week? Is there anything that's jumped out to you this week? A bit harder, especially Jeremy hasn't actually played it. He's just been commenting on things.
Yeah. I'm not going to go Mario Kart.
Oh, classic Mario Kart.
It's a fantastic game.
Oh no, I was just running J. That could be James or Jeremy.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it's my pick too.
Oh, good. Why not? And I'm going to say...
King's Quest.
Oh, you got to go Thimbleseed, right?
Tumbleseed is cool. I do love GNOG.
Thimbleseed.
Did I say Thimbleseed?
You said Thimbleseed, but that's all right. I'm going to say Rude Bear... No, of course not. I'm going to go... Yeah, Tumbleseed. It's the most original. Good. Good me. Good pick and
Hooray.
Paul. Thank you for watching 8.5bit. You can hear us on our website, 8.5bit.com, our Twitter and Facebook. Please like and share anything like that. Subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you do, please leave a review because reviews help us share the love. I've been your host, Paul.
I've been James.
I've been Jeremy.
We'll see you all later.
Thanks
for watching.
everyone.
Bye. Or maybe we'll see them in the past.
Meow.